3, that's not 4, that's 11 ounces. It is the biggest jar we have ever done in the Throat and Decolletage award-winning global icon. Harnessing the nighttime of your body is so important because when you're sleeping, your skin ages differently, everything is different, and you are having hours and hours and hours of your life that you are throwing away an opportunity. This is the way to do it. This is being able to get 50, I mean, if you did the math, we're well over $200 worth of cream that's in this jar.
And the results are priceless. When you think about what you're gonna see, the visible difference on your skin. Look at this, the before, you can see the crepiness, you can see that not only the horizontal lines, but the vertical lines going into her bust line. Look at the after. Now this is in 1 week. This is about real women with real results, real fast, just like you heard from our founder, Kathy Kangas. I can tell you from personal experience, this works. Now, as you're using this, you're gonna need only the smallest amount, and you're gonna use upward strokes. You're gonna apply it last step before you go to bed in the evening time. If you have those tree trunk lines, which is such a horrible description, but very accurate. Look at the difference in the after. I'm not gonna make you look like a 20-year-old, but I'm gonna make you look like the best you can be. If you have discoloration, if you have lines that are deep, if you have crepiness in your skin, take a look at this before. This is gonna be 2 different necks. You're gonna see one woman of a certain age, another woman of a younger age, and look very, very closely as we start to pull out which one of these women do you think is the older woman. Nancy at 78 years old, Abigail at 47, both of them using this and seeing the results. If you want to see your results, this is your opportunity to look the best you ever have in your neck area.
It's 2024. I said I did not make a resolution. But what I did say in 2024 is I'm gonna do stuff for myself. We're always the last on the list, right? Or we always think I'm too far gone, or yeah, I'll get around to it. Today is the day. What was very different and specific in the reviews for this particular item, and I went and wrote some of the things down. Do you know how many women said their age in the reviews? They openly said, I'm 70, I'm 65, I'm 60, I'm 50, because they wanted to put it into perspective. These aren't 20-year-old necks, these aren't 25-year-old necks. The one that I wrote, she said, I'm 70. This is the best ever. I have no wrinkles. People ask me all the time, what did you do? Wasn't it surgery? She's like, no, it's Prai. Big difference. I'm a true believer. I'm 62 and I see the results instantly. I won't go without. Read these reviews because women are saying, I want it to be a true, honest,
absolutely,
result to it. I am going to be these types of results. Kathy always says, I'm never going to give you a before and after or a model that's in her 20s.
Right.
And I'm not going to give you a before and after that says you have to wait 6 months.
Exactly.
This is a week
Real
later.
results, absolutely. And that means when you get this home, you've got 1 week to test it out for yourself. Be consistent. It's all about those tiny habits and doing it every single day to see the difference for yourself from the tip of your chin all the way down below your bust line. You're gonna have some of the highest end ingredients here that we've developed over the years. Our technology gives you SepiLift. Now SepiLift is a buoyancy, and what that will do is deliver a moisturization to help your own body rebuild its collagen. That SepiLift technology has a bounce back ability to it. So you can see in the after the diminishment of the depth and the severity of those lines and wrinkles, less crepiness. We can take you from turkey to swan in as little as 1 week. So you see the difference for yourself. Now let's talk about SepiLift. You'll notice that there is so much bounce in the formulation. You have this amazing technology here that gives you a lift, that gives you a bounce. You need only the smallest amount, and you have Gel that gives you that retinol in those overnight hours for that recovery. Look at this, Tina. It's literally like the bounce of a balloon. It gives you this beautiful, beautiful buoyancy to it. It's unlike anything that you've seen. Maybe not like the formulation we just saw on our hands that is more of a moisturizer. This is going to be a treatment for you for the overnight hours. You'll notice the color is different than our day formulation. That is the Gel that gives you just a slight peach in the overtone. You're going to have some of the most important ingredients that we've ever put together from Prai to really go in those overnight hours. Why? Because as you're sleeping, as your body is rejuvenating and rebuilding and doing its own natural repair, you're gonna have here the best time to give yourself that treatment. So again, retinol, which is known to, again, give you that recovery. Wellagel, formulated for those overnight hours. Sepilift, again, that gives you that buoyancy. Of course, your vitamin E and your shea butter for that deep moisturization. And what you're gonna do is take just the smallest amount and you're gonna put it all the way from, remember, it starts the back of your neck. We want to create a scaffolding for you from the back of your neck up to the front. And then again, do those upward strokes. It's like you give yourself this mini massage. And then in the privacy of your own home, take it all the way from the bottom of your bust line all the way up. We even like to dress here these little, we call it sleevage, little area on the side of your bra that kind of comes out. Instead of cleavage here, sleevage, right?
I always call it armpit fat.
Well, there you go. We just try to pretty that up a little bit for you.
I'm never as nice and delicate as you, Leah. I'm always like,
okay, let's get rid of the armpit fat and turn it fat.
I never know. You can't do anything at the gym. I've asked many a trainer. I was like, what do I do with this over here? What's going on over here?
Keep doing those push-ups, but I got to tell you.
And I want to remind you, one, if my mom, who looks very young for her age, right? Very, very young. I always say she doesn't go without her throat and décolleté from Prai. She's the biggest skeptic in the beauty world I've ever met in my life, and I gave it to her because I knew I'd heard her made a couple of comments about her neck.
Those are the people we love the most.
So I was like,
the skeptics.
Let me give this to you.
Yeah.
And now she's like, will not go without. Love this. A true believer, just like all of the reviews.
Love it.
All we've done is everything you love in the day cream, we're saying let's harness the power of the night. You're sleeping, it's lost time, it's lost moisture, it's lost, you know, when I say your neck ages differently at night.
It does, up to 20 times faster than the area in your face. But in the overnight hours, right, because if you're a side sleeper, if you just saw it here on Ingerboard, now we're looking at Diana. If you are a tummy sleeper, if you have tech neck, this is gonna be a perfect solution for you. Diana, tell us all about it.
I am 57 years old, and I will tell you, I'm an outdoor girl. I have horses, I'm in the sun, I am constantly in the elements. And although I wear a hat, it doesn't cover my neck and décolleté. So I had a lot of damage, a lot of scaly, crinkly, really just yucky skin. And I started using this product, and the daytime I use both. But this works overnight, and I wake up in the morning and I feel like my skin is so supple, and it has boosted my confidence, and it's just really been a game changer.
I love that. It's boosted your confidence, because this is about being the best you that you can possibly be. And who doesn't want to feel more confident? You don't have to wear a scarf to cover up. You don't have to wear a turtleneck to cover up in the wintertime. You can wear your beautiful jewelry and necklaces and feel great about it. And it's so easy.
I want to show the little baby.
The regular size, which is the regular size.
This is the size we've all been, you know, having on our counter. We've loved it. This is 1.7 ounces, and if you were to purchase this, it's about $41. It's $40.95. It's 1.7 ounces. So all we've done is taken this 1.7 ounce and continued to pour this jar to make the biggest jar we have ever done in the history of HSN and Prai together. This is 11 ounces. We're gonna ship it to you for free. It is what we're calling a hot deal, because I know we say retail value is $121, but math tells me that's not right. Math tells me if I keep dumping this $41 jar into the 11-ounce jar, we're well over $200.
That's true.
This is what I would suggest. If you're looking at all these before and afters and you're like, oh, that says 1 week, we give you 30 days to try out anything, even in the beauty world, even something that you have to apply, right? That's gonna take out of the jar. You get 30 days to try it out. This is a week. This is a week of right before you go to bed, clean, dry skin, you put it on your neck, go to sleep. It's not gonna be greasy or oily as you're sleeping with it. It's gonna absorb beautifully and quickly right into your skin. On a flex pay, you're gonna get this home for a few dollars. We're gonna ship it to you for free. This is one of those items that if you think, Amy Morrison always says, remember when you did spring break in the 80s and you were bad to your skin, right? She always used that as her point of reference.
Baby oil in the sun, you're out in the sun, exactly.
If you think you're too far, it's too saggy, it's too crepey, it's too thin, it's too wrinkled, it's too deep.
Yeah.
Perfect That is literally what we're looking for. That person. I want you to get this home and try it. Give it a week. A week time, we'll go regardless, right? Today, there'll be Monday, the Monday after that, the Monday after that. Time will continue on. You could be harnessing it, because in 2024, what are we doing? We're gonna do us. We're gonna do something that makes us happy, make a change. And you know what, maybe, you looking into the mirror and you're like, I feel different because I feel a little confidence. And this big of a jar, Leah,
yes,
how long, let's say I did this each night.
Easily, this could last you for 3 to 6 months if you use, yes. I would, for me, this would last me up to 6 months because I only need a maintenance version of it. When I started very early on, I would use a little bit more, but now I can use a smaller amount in the evening time. So you use the smallest amount and you're able to really harness, I love how you said that, harness the power.
Yeah.
Because this is gonna grab the moisture like a magnet and hold it like a sponge. You have hyaluronic acid in here that can hold up to 1,000 times its weight in water. And this is specially formulated for that area. If you have never paid attention to your neck area, and as you start to look at that area, you realize, oh wow, I really need to do some maintenance here. All you're gonna do is these little upward strokes. And as you start to see these consumer perception studies, you'll realize here the number of women that agree that they saw a visible difference in as little as a week. It's because of our amazing ingredients with no animal testing, I might add, with, again, something that we are Leaping Bunny certified. I have to be really excited. I am really excited about these results because this is something that's cutting edge to not use the animal testing, but to give you these results. So 93% of women using this agreed that it gave them a reduction in the appearance. What does that mean? The look.
The look.
This is about how you view yourself, how you see yourself, and this is reducing those lines. So 96% of women, again, agreeing in the look in their neck and their decolletage felt softer. And that's really important.
It looks different. It feels different.
Yes, yes.
Right? These are all the things that we're looking for. And I hope you went and read the reviews, because if you missed that part, I did. I went and read the reviews. And I read a bajillion reviews working here, right? I always want to see what everybody's saying. I want to come out here. I want to address if there's bad reviews and get ahead of it. I also want to read the great reviews if it's a customer pick. I have never seen so many reviews where women openly declared their age in reviews. They're talking about, I'm 70, I'm 65, this has worked for me. It is really a sisterhood when you start talking about specific beauty items, maybe not mascara, maybe we're not talking about how old I am when we're talking about a mascara, but when we start talking about
your
skin on the neck, that is so completely different. Maybe you look great here. My mom, great here. Here to here, she was like, I wish we could do something about it. Targeted, because I said this hour with you, Leah, we started with our hands. We're talking about our neck. We're going to talk about our eyes. You cannot do one jar and rub it everywhere and think it's gonna work. That's just not the way skin works.
Well, the beauty of it is now our technology has come so far, we can give you that targeting. So the technology that you're gonna have in here, the ingredients that you're gonna have are specially designed, not only for the area on your neck and your decolletage, but also for the overnight hours. So the Wella Gel is gonna deliver that deeper moisturization, which is why you use this at night instead of the daytime formulation. The hyaluronic acid grabbing that moisture, holding up to 1,000 times its weight in water. And it doesn't matter your skin type. So this is a beautiful example for you. I love this, of just how simple and how easy it is to use. I love those upward strokes that you're going to use here. You're going to be able to see that visible difference, again, in as little as 1 week.
And I'll tell you, the reason we did such a big jar, somebody's probably going, Tina, why do I need such a big jar? Because we know you're gonna love it. And instead of making you come back and buy a second jar, come back and buy a third jar, come back and buy a fourth jar, we're just gonna give it to you right now. Let me just give you the full 11 ounces. This is how secure and confident we know you're gonna love this and be just like all the other reviewers who go, I don't wanna go without. So we're just getting ahead of the game. We're saying, we already know you're gonna love it. Or maybe you already do love it, right? You're like, 11 ounces? Wow.
Oh, yeah.
We've never done this before. It is our hot beauty item of the month. This is how we're kicking off 2024. This is what I did at the very beginning of the presentation. I did it for, impact. 1.7 ounces. If you go to hsn.com right now, it is a customer pick at 1.7 ounces. Now, everybody that loved this, right? So they would buy one jar, come back and get another jar. It's $41 every time they came back and got another jar, and they still loved it, still rave reviewed it. All we've done is poured
6 of these
into this big jar. That's all we've done. So $41, $41, $41, $41, all in there. Free shipping, 5 Flex. What does 5 Flex get this down to? $13.99 and to get 30 days to try it out.
30 days, but give us a week. Here at Prai, we say give us 1 week to take you from turkey to swan. Now, I want you to see a difference here. Let's look at these 2 next. One is Nancy, the other is Abigail. How old would you say these girls are? As we really take a close look, it's pretty amazing here, the age difference that we have, both of them using Prai. So, as we pull out, check it out. Abigail in her 40s, Nancy at 78 years old. If you want to look your very best, if you want to look as young as you feel on the inside, that's what Prai is all about. We are developing the latest technology and putting it out there in a very, very segmented area, right onto the cruise ships, right into our 600 neck bars, giving you this area, giving you your pride back in this area, because we were starting to talk about it years ago, 20, 30 years ago. There wasn't targeting for just this area, right? Anything you used on your face, you kind of slathered all over. Now we can give you that specialized targeting, and we can give you our best value ever.
Ingy, how long have you been using this?
Maybe about 5 years, I think.
5 years.
So I just love using it because for me, overnight, you know, just a little bit, like I showed you, just a little bit, and it goes a long way. And overnight, while I'm sleeping, I love that it's working, transforming my neck and making my skin smooth. And you know, you talked about being 20, so 20 times 3 plus 4, 64 years old. And
she broke it down into a pie chart for us.
And so I awake and my skin is transformed. And you know, when you look good, you feel good, and you have a little pep in your step.
That's why we bring her in.
I saw her getting kisses when she got dropped off here this morning with her little honey. Just saying. I hope you don't mind that I was
kisses this morning. I love that.
I mean, that's a woman who is still hot in love and looking pretty good, I gotta say.
And look, you know, we were talking about ages of everybody, and this doesn't have to be an age thing.
No.
It could be you're a side sleeper. You're looking down at your tablets, your computers, your phones. They call it like tech neck, right?
Your phone, your tablet all day.
We're using it more and more than we ever have, I think, probably in the history.
Well, that's why we're seeing a lot of younger girls, too, starting on some of these formulations, because we're seeing that coming through. I have a daughter who's 14, and I can tell you, when I look at, you know, her time chart of how many hours a day she's on the phone, I mean, take a look at your phone or your tablet and look at the hours that you accumulate. If you're looking down, you're using your neck muscles differently. They're aging differently than they were 10 years ago or 20 years ago. And that's why we have the solution. That's why we pulled together the best and the brightest in the industry. Kathy has really assimilated the best minds from Revlon, from Lauder, from Chanel, to give you here the latest technology for real results for real women. That's why I've been working with her for over 20 years, even during my time here doing electronics on the air, behind the scenes, I was using Prai. That's been my beauty secret for years, because it delivers. And now, with our award-winning nighttime formulation, this is larger than even what we did as the Today's Special. You're gonna have the nighttime formula with the retinol to, again, give you that gentle exfoliation, with the Gel that is gonna give you that deeper moisturization for the overnight hours, and of course our Sepi Lift. So the technology that you have is specially designed for that area, from the tip of your chin down to your decolletage, to give you the best results to start off 2024.
And I'll tell you, sometimes you just need a moment where you and your girlfriends, we're all sitting down, we're all having the conversation, right? We had Diana, we got Ingy out here, we're all talking about it. If this is the part of your body your eye consistently goes to when you look in the mirror, let's just address it. Let's do it on the best value and something we've never done before. I'm gonna let us process